Sensitivity is intelligence. With grace and skill, you have abundance. Welcome to the Psychic Hour Reading Show. Host Kelly Brickle is a psychic medium, numerologist, healer, and teacher. Her passions are learning about the soul and energy. Whether through spirit, emotion, or vibrational numbers, there is always a pathway of information waiting to help. Now, here is your host of the Psychic Hour Reading Show, Kelly Brickle.
Hello, everybody. Hello. And today we have Jennifer Rose on today. Hey.
Hey, girl. Hi, Kelly. Good to be with you.
Yeah, absolutely. I'm back from a hiatus. I took a month off, and so it's wonderful to have you with me as I'm diving back into things. And everyone's coming on in. Hello, hello. Fiona, good evening.
Hi, Fiona.
Rhoda.
Rhoda's here. Hi, Rhoda.
Catherine.
Hey,
Joni.
Catherine. Hi, Joni.
Some love and some other people coming on.
Thanks for the love, everyone.
Yeah, absolutely. Hope you are having a good day. Thank you, everybody.
We are.
Yes. Hello from Canada, Maxine.
Hey,
so
Maxine.
We're talking about like some energy. We have an event coming up too. We're going to be talking about that. And then we're going to be doing readings. We're going to be going into readings however we feel guided. So I know Jennifer is ready. She was showing me like the deck just a couple of practically seconds ago. She's like, this deck. And I'm like, oh, that's pretty.
Look at these. Look at my new cards. They're so pretty. But, cards are like new toys for us. For
sure. Open the chest. What's inside?
I know. Hey, Jennifer. Good to see you, love.
Tammy, it's great to see
Tammy.
Jennifer.
Hey, Tammy.
James.
Hi, James. Good to see you all.
Hello. Thank you. For joining from Exeter and in Devon. But thank you. Yes, your energy is uplifting as well. Everyone's energy here is always wonderful to be had. It's truly a community of people coming together who believe in this work and want to uplift others. That's my favorite part. Like, do you have a favorite part of doing readings on air live, Jennifer?
Oh, hold on. My screen just did something really weird. So let me just get that fixed. My screen just went really tiny all of a sudden. All I was just trying to move things over. And there we go. I won't touch that again. See what happens when you touch buttons? Like bad things happen sometimes.
Bad things
happen
hey, Chris. Sometimes. Warning.
Yeah, I know, right? So good to see Krish on here too. So I love it that we can just come together and just be in the love and the fun and the positive energy and just be together and just kind of like be ourselves and have fun together. Really, it's the Sacred Forest. It's a fairy deck, and just kind of dabbling with it. And so I love it. I have other ones too here, so maybe I'll pull them out.
Who's the like author or illustrator?
Oh yeah. It's Denise Lynn. Yeah. Isn't that cool?
Oh, cool. That is cool. I didn't know. I forgot she had those cards, honestly.
Yeah. Yeah. And so
Denise Lynn is an amazing woman. Denise Lynn is an amazing. I've had the pleasure to see her speak a handful of times in person. And if you ever get a chance to do a workshop or anything with her, go. She's just full of so much healing energy and wisdom. And she's a powerhouse of a channel for healing, let me tell you.
Yeah, we love people like that for sure. Hi, Dupree. Good to see you. Need a little common peace today. Well, you're in the right place. We came with open hearts and lots of love. So we will give that out.
People are excited for the new deck.
I know, right?
They're like, ooh, I don't have a new deck, but she does. So bring the shiny energy.
They're like shiny objects. Oh, knew that. Look at that. Oh, it's like crystals. Look at that.
Look how it sparkles.
Mm-hmm.
something we wanted to cover before we kind of like dive into readings and whatever energetic topics that come up. So please, if you have questions about like your own experiences, pop them down, because we love to talk about just what it means to be alive as a human on this earth, like soul journey stuff, psychic experience stuff, mediumship stuff. Something that we're blessed to be a part of is on November 16th, we're going to be in Orange County, California, and we're going to be doing an afternoon. So that's Jennifer and I, and we're just putting that out there and coming together and, building the synergy for the event.
Yeah. I can't wait, Kelly. I'm really excited to get to demonstrate with you again and have all of our friends that are in the Southern California area join us. And it's you have the most beautiful space that we're going to be at too, and it's got great energy there. So it's always an opportunity to connect with spirit and be in the love, give people the healing and the magic of connecting the two worlds. And then give people some hugs too. That's always good. So I'm happy to be doing this with you again, Kelly.
Me too. People need the love and the cheer, and also the community, and we're blessed that we can actually facilitate some of that, and the space is great. I agree. We're blessed to have the space.
Yeah.
Okay. So is there anything off the cuff that you wanted to talk about before we go into some readings, like with the energy, with all the changes, with all there was crazy like Schumann resonance recently,
I know.
solar flares.
Yeah, I know we were sharing some photographs, like it was like early Monday morning in in the West Coast, where something really weird blip happened with the Schumann resonance. It was almost like this, people are calling like a timeline shift or two separate realities. And yeah, it was strange. It was strange. And we were feeling it. We were feeling pretty wonky, like, Sunday, Monday too, when we're just like, and then we realized why it was too. But I guess what I'm feeling with that is, with the energy, is it's there's a lot of challenges, but the more we can keep trying to stay as heart centered as we can and as grounded as we can, those two together, hopefully that can help us move through those a little bit better. And what I was kind of getting from spirit this morning, and I feel pretty emotional with it, is we have to remember to treat the people in our lives like the blessings that they are. It's important. So sometimes when we can get in our busyness of ourselves, or what we're feeling from our own perception, and make people feel like they're in the way, or they're an issue or a problem, and whether this be on a one-on-one basis or on a group level, we need to treat people with kindness and respect. And people are blessings. They're not burdens. Maybe that can just be a gentle reminder that we can all try to stay in the energy of kindness for each other, and not get swept up in, what I might call the illusion of separation. That is the reality we live in, but we don't have to get totally immersed in it to where we're not being kind anymore. So I hope that's helpful. I'm so sorry, Jennifer. I'm so sorry about your neighbor. Yeah, that is heartbreaking. Yeah, we send love to you. That's hard. I feel it. Yeah, we all deserve love and kindness.
There's a lot of like shifts going on, whether people are passing or whether relationships are changing their energy, or even like friendships or jobs. There's a lot of new space being made way for things that are more of energetic resonance to us. We're always making steps towards, heaven on earth, right? And it doesn't always feel like that. It doesn't always feel like that. But I think what you said is really powerful, because, kindness is something so simple. And, but really at the end of the day, you said like people aren't a burden, like, they're a blessing. And there's people around us, whether friends or family or relationships, and maybe they're not in their highest self. Maybe they're not, showing up the way that you'd expect or that you would want. Maybe things aren't good energetically, but to remind yourself that they're a blessing in whatever way. Like, so I guess you can always count your blessings for how a person is in your life, even if you'd want or expect otherwise, and just go,
Yeah.
okay, the way you're showing up, thank you. That's pretty powerful if you can do that.
I know it does take practice and progress and things like that too. And we're all gonna mess up sometimes. We're never like gonna get it perfect. It's part of like being human. It's just kind of, I just felt like it was a gentle reminder that was kind of, spirit knows when you and I are gonna go live. And if they feel like they want to just give a little like, hey, have you remembered thinking of it this way? This might be helpful. Over in spirit world is a very different reality, and so they're all just like loving on each other no matter what over there. So it's a much more oneness, and if we are wanting to bring that heaven to earth, it helps to just to remember some of the basic and simple things with that too. And so we're all doing a great job, aren't we? We're doing a great job.
If you can cultivate that sentiment and thought and action, it's just, life needs a lot of the little things. Like, life needs a lot of just really powerful simplicity, and you're probably going to be okay if you can hold down some like really simple truths and disciplines and beliefs. You're going to be okay, and kindness is a huge one. I consider myself a kind person, but then I go, oh wait, like, how am I utilizing it in all facets of my life? Time to hunker down on that wisdom.
Yeah. No, I agree with you. That's beautifully said. And we're all growing together. And we're in this journey together, no matter what, as much as it feels very solitary and very solo. We are never separate from anybody or anything. And we are part of everything. And our spirit, our soul, our higher self, our divine nature, we're connected to all of it. So we're connected to each other's fields. We're connected to the collective consciousness, and the best thing that we can do is try to be through time and awareness and growth and dedication, is try to be the best that we can be, to have a positive influence on that too. So if we want, hi Lynn, if we want the world around us to change for the better, we can make ourselves continue to grow ourselves, the blossoming of ourselves. And that can, come in a lot of different ways. Sometimes it's more love for yourself. So then you need to do random acts of kindness, even for yourself too, and for other people and for people that right? But I think rolling back to energy, Kelly, like how we allocate it is important, because it's really easy to get scattered in all directions and kind of like lose focus. But there was one time many, many years ago where I was very stressed out and very tired. And it was like, I went for about 24 hours. So another, higher force of me took over, and I had like no mind chatter at all for about 24 hours. It was the coolest thing. So it was like my personality had really like taken a step back, and my higher self had taken a step back. And it was delicious to not have that. And after about 24 hours, I could see it like that, the thought stream, or whatever you call it, the mind voice come back in a little bit too. But I knew for that whole day, like all the stuff that we worry about and these little chatter, things going on in the background, it didn't matter at all. All that mattered was, my close circle of people around me that I was, attached to and loved me. And it's a good thing to remember. So make sure to hug the people that you care about. Tell them that you love them, because tomorrow's never promised to anybody. And that's what we see through the changes, right, Kelly? We see things change. We think this is going to be forever, or this is going to last a lifetime or forever. We just don't know how long we have with anybody or our time here. So we make the best of it that we can, and really appreciate each other, the best that we can too. So yeah.
I do think, like, it's to honor those really strong truths. What it's the reality. It's just like, you
Yeah.
don't know if you're gonna see anyone ever again, and so you have to, be brave and courageous how you want to love them, and so
Yeah.
that's something within itself. And on the other hand, I remember something yesterday was really bothering me, and I was just like, gosh, this is really, really bothering me. And all of a sudden, I had, like, a thought switch, and I'm just like, I'm an eternal soul. Why is this bothering me? You know what I mean? Why am I letting this bother me? Like, this is horrible. I don't like it. But this is just like, this is not even who I am. This is not even who I am. This is just something I'm, like, journeying through momentarily. Don't let it, like, feel like it's everything crashing down. So there's, like, these the indifference, but, like, seizing the moment and understanding how precious it is, because nothing like, these energetic uh configurations are ever going to happen again the same way. So yeah, it's a conundrum, but I think we just need to love and be kind. And then if it gets too crazy, like, you go, hey, this is all beautiful, but we are so much more than this. That's
It's
why I love you. We're so much more than this.
it's so true, and it's so funny, because then I think everybody here can relate to this too. We get into the big, things in life that happen. We get the triggered or the stories. We get into the big stories, and then there is a point of exhaustion, and then we kind of come back, and we come back to home, to center, and we kind of drop it all, and we're like, like, what happened there? You know what I mean? Because there's a coming back home to center too, and then you can come back into that higher state of love too. And if you think of the center point like as a sphere that can keep on going on forever, infinitely, like that place of home right there in the pinpoint center of it all, you can see in all directions. That's kind of like where the divine would be, right in the center, and then the edge of everything, which there is no edge, right? But then every point we travel to is just one of those thoughts or emotions or expressions or perceptions or perspectives, right? And it's fleeting. We're gonna keep moving somewhere around here. But when we do come back home, then we feel better, and then we just go, oh, what happened there? Hey, Ed, tip stop hat to you.
Yeah.
So we're getting real philosophical here, Ed, with all the feelies.
Yeah, we are. Love is important to talk about. Tao and
It is.
balance, he says.
You can't ever run out of stuff to talk about when it comes to love. That's so true.
No, yeah. I feel like that's all there is, honestly. That's all there is. I feel like even when you have to do things you don't want to do, if you can figure out how to do them in the energy of love, it's like just better all the time. And so if you apply
Yeah.
that to every situation, it, like, unlocks some type of understanding, and you're like, oh, interesting, interesting,
Hmm.
interesting.
Yep. Very interesting too.
Someone had a question too. So we're saying
Yeah.
hello to everyone. A lot of people are saying hi. So Myra, hello.
Hi. Good to
Uh,
see you.
yeah.
Cindy is here. Thanks you all for your
Cindy.
beautiful comments. You brought in all just your beautiful hearts and selves here today. So it's good to be with you. Show up as the best version of you, right? Yeah.
Absolutely.
So how do we
Shy,
do
we're all
that?
working on it. We're all working on it. Marion, I'm just saying hello to everyone really quick.
Hi, Marian. Good to see you.
Hello. Joanne said hi, first time here
Hi, Joanne.
watching.
Oh,
Hello.
nice to meet you.
Yes, gracious greetings. So
Hi,
I
Kiki.
know we're not getting everybody, but hello, hi. Just some quick ones. How do we show up as our best self? You were talking about that, Jennifer.
Well, there's a trick to that, because you have to love all the versions of you to become the best version of you, so that takes, really a
Mm,
lot of mindfulness and consideration and presence and groundedness, right? But then we have to love all the other parts of us too, so that they can come sort of what we might say out of the shadows and into the light and then integrate, and that's how you develop more of that oneness. So it's a tricky balance, and through that, kind of really deep cultivation of love for self, and try to understand that all of these parts need to be heard, or need to be seen. um, like every feeling and emotion needs some kind of love and attention to it. Then they're not going to keep knocking on the door and saying, "Mom, mom, mom, mom." And as soon as we embrace that, then they come back in, and we come back more together. And but then the rest is practice, mindfulness, groundedness. Yeah.
yeah. I think truly love is the answer. No joke. Seriously. If you kind of like are back in the vein of love, a lot of the questions are answered. And I
Yeah.
know when we're comparing, because we go like, which like how do we cultivate the best? How do we cultivate
Mhm.
excellence? How do we cultivate like, you know, the vibration? And really, a lot of times we come from that place with like comparison. I want to be the best, not this part of myself. I want to be the best. And with love, when we're talking to ourselves or other people, it's about, coming in from a place of acceptance and allowance versus it has to be the right way or the wrong way, you know?
Yeah. Yeah.
It better be right. It better be the best. And it's just like whatever happens is okay. You just kind of keep going towards an idea. you know, like this feels really good. This feels like, me feeling good. So I guess I'm like closer to the vein and vibration of love. So I'm gonna try to be more like this version of myself because it feels good.
Yeah. I know. It's so hard because it's really our personality, and this isn't wrong. This is just the way we do it, and the way we're all used to doing it. Our personality kind of judges things as good and bad, right? And that's really like how we're living in the contrast and the duality and things like that. But the soul part of us in the unconscious mind doesn't judge any of it. It's like this is all experience, and we're gonna do have so much from it, right? And so there is no judgment back there, in that space, and that's why when we're in our state of feeling very open-hearted and love, we feel very little judgment, right? And so how do we get the personality and the soul of us to kind of hold hands and go on this journey together? And it's like we don't have to have the whole, it's like, the whole steering wheel. We can just kind of like hold on to the steering wheel and kind of have a little partnership with it. But it takes time. It's not easy, everybody. Feeling like running out
No,
and making
we're
a
just
big heart in the snow. I love that, Maxine.
we're encouraging loving thoughts. And, I think that's really important because when I was coming into spirituality, I would read a lot of books and I would listen to people talk about what spirituality was to them and energy. And it would help to anchor in the things that I already thought and go like, yeah, that feels like the right vibration. And so, a community like this, it's super important just to hear those things from other people and to be able to share those thoughts and feelings like we are in the comment section because they're real. It's not just, like our
Yeah.
friends and family sometimes, they're with us for a multitude of purposes, but they're not going to be like, yeah, spiritual, like probably not on average. Yeah, let's talk about spirituality. Let's talk about opening your heart. Like they'll just be like, what the heck? I got work. Like I asked you if you wanted to watch a TV program with me. Okay, this is like I've had a busy day. Sounds nice, but okay. You want to be
I
spiritual
know.
as I'm gonna tell you all my problems, and if you want to fix it, maybe I'll think you're a saint. But other than that, I'm
I know we may be a little weird to that part of the that part of the population. And this is where I had like I was like hanging out with spirit in spirit land, and we're like coming, you know how namaste is like the light of me sees the light in you, right? And I was like, you know, and I'm hanging out with spirit, and spirit has a sense of humor, and we're like, the weird in me loves the weird in you. The weird in me sees the weird. Together we are one.
Yeah.
But like to me, weird is normal. So I don't know what to say. Hey, Angelo, and hey, Jess, who's joined us too. Nice to see y'all. So let's embrace our weirdness together. It's very Dr. Seuss.
Embrace the weirdness. I mean, weirdness is hello, Leanne, Jesse, Angelo, Jess, Lee, hello.
Hi.
We have to embrace the weirdness. Like that is the all we are. You know, like love is everything. I feel, you know, we can philosophize it. That's what I'm trying to say. And that you have to be weird to love yourself. You have to be like, you know, this is just what's on my mind right now. You have to let it loose. You have to be yourself, definitely.
Yeah.
It's like, what's weird?
Yeah, what's weird? I had another one, Ed, you know, too, is you know, they say cleanliness is next to godliness. And I was like, weirdness is next to godliness, because, you know, the divine is everything, is incredibly imaginative and creative, as we can all attest to. It's incredibly imaginative. You think of the dreams and you know, and the more we have spiritual awakening and we work as mediums, you know, in the imagination zone, because that's where spirit connects to us, and then, you know, implants their impressions that they want to give us in their pictures, but it's all symbolic, you know. And so yeah, if you're in the weirdness, you've come to know God a little closer.
Definitely. Everyone is weird, but they don't talk about it. And so if you're a psychic medium, you're going to be seeing who they really are. And so you have to embrace that about you if you're going to talk about someone else's weirdness. And that's like where all the best evidence stuff is. That's like, you know, like, oh, they used to have like a rubber ducky in their pocket. I don't know. You know what I mean? Or they didn't wear underwear on Sundays. You know, like, you get a visual on that. And they're like, what?
I know, right? I know, right? And, you know, everybody on this planet has weird thoughts because they're connected to the thought stream of consciousness, right? You know, we channel our thoughts and our reality. So a lot of people don't understand. They think it's this contained in their brain. But everybody does. It's just a matter of who actually is authentic enough to kind of like express it and become comfortable with their weirdness over time. And then other people may just be very private about it, and that's okay too. So I'm glad you guys are enjoying our conversation.
Yes. So there's like a couple questions I think we should take. Okay. And then do you want to go under some readings? Do you want to do that?
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, the discussion is super fun. So I'm just saying really quick in the comments, it's only through the loss of a loved one and grief that has made me grow spiritually, but I'm growing more every day and feel blessed that I'm loved and can love and show kindness to others. Yeah, that's like a transformation right there.
Yeah,
that's a transformation. Yeah. And
that is
loss puts perspective on things.
It really does. It really does. And sometimes, you know, it's hard to hold on to that, you know, that remembering. And it's like, I think that's why we keep trying to remind each other that life is fleeting, and we don't know, you know, nothing's promised to us. And but I'm so happy that for Fiona, you were able to turn that grief into grace, and feel the blessings and be able to love, you know, more fiercely, more radically, and show more kindness to others too, because it's those big hits that remind us, you know, of what really matters. So yeah, you got me choked up on that one.
We feel for you, Fiona. So Jesse, my family's used to my weirdness. I'm gonna scroll and get some of these questions. Really quick, Fiona's just saying, I lost my twin brother. Oh my gosh.
Oh, I'm so sorry.
Let's go out to you. heart's gone
Yeah, I'm
too.
so sorry, Fiona.
Huge loss. So close to you. So close to you from the beginning. We send our love to you.
Especially with a twin, because that kind of connection, they would have that very deep heart, telepathic connection. But you don't lose it, Fiona, even though he's not in the physical. That telepathic connection you have with your twin is forever. So just know you can cultivate that and be able to feel his presence with you.
Yeah, like on Earth, the spiritual connection is strong. Like you know each other is thinking or feeling if you're in trouble. Like that's the twin thing, and you still have the twin thing. Still have the
Yeah.
twin.
Yeah, he's happy and out of pain. That's good to hear. Yeah, that's good to hear.
We're sending our love. We're sending our love. There's a couple questions, so I'm just gonna if you want to pull a question to let me know, and then we'll go into reading. There's just so many questions here.
Yeah.
Let's see,
I'll let you.
where's the one?
Hi, Minty.
There was one that I'm looking for really quick. Hi Minty and hi
Big hits
Mo.
when people don't show kindness. Yeah, it hurts. You feel it in your solar plexus. Yeah, it
I
hurts.
thought
I'm that way too. I hurt in my stomach. Yeah, I'm very that way too. Energetically, it's hard. So I feel you, Minty. Angela, tangible proof that we have a galactic federation.
this is a really interesting question, and so we're embracing some questions for 2 seconds. I don't think anyone has tangible proof for the Galactic Federation because then everyone would, well, a lot of people would accept it. We don't have tangible proof for a lot of things energetically, and so that's why we need communities like this to start to create that. Like the more we talk about things, the more maybe one day things can become more tangible because the energy is so subtle. A lot of people when they meditate, they're connected to the Galactic Federation. A lot of people, when they ask for the Galactic Federation to come to them, they get visions. So I just think this is interesting to talk about just really quick because maybe people don't even know what the Galactic Federation is. And it's basically just like beings. Some people think they're elders from the other side. Most people think they're just like a collective force of even aliens. And since we're all spirit, it doesn't matter what planet you are on, you can just go and communicate with another planet and everyone can in the universe grow together. And so there's not tangible proof other than people have very, very vivid dreams and very, very unique epiphanies. And there's been some really interesting stories and healing with that. And so I'm acknowledging it because I you talked about, can we talk about how it exists? And I'm saying, I know it exists and I've seen it exist in other people. It exists to me. So I'm just acknowledging its existence. Anything you'd like to say?
Nope, that was perfect.
Okay, cool. And then
That
there
was a
was a
great question, though.
it's a fun question. Oh, my mouse isn't working all.
Maxine is asking if we sage. I personally do not sage, but if you love doing it and it makes your space feel more clear, or go for it. But yeah, I don't sage. There's there's a lot of different ways to have your space clear. You can call in the violet flame, you can call in spirit, or you can just do some heart-centered practice. So I think love is one of the easiest, fastest, cheapest way to clear space or clear energy is to move into that space of love because it's such a high frequency, and that will help transmute and transform everything too. So keep practicing sending love, but also filling yourself with love too, because that will change your reality. Your own frequency within yourself is going to change how you perceive your external reality and your external space, because we do channel perception as well. But if it makes you happy and feel good, go for it. Yeah.
Yeah. I
How
think
about you?
smudging is nice. I think sage is nice. I don't always
It
use
does
it.
smell
Sometimes
good.
we're really
Yeah.
guided to use it.
Mm-hmm.
And I think it changes the vibration and it gets you just feeling a different way. And like things need to be made sacred, like, for you to build a space or to invite things in. If that feels sacred for you. Use it. We're co-creators of how we bring the energy in.
Yeah. Yeah.
This is the last question I want to just
Yeah.
touch on really quick. Rhoda, I've been having a lot of dreams and some flashes. I would like to know how to connect more with my intuition or connect with my guides. Are these messages or just dreams? You can go for it, Jennifer.
Dreams are beautiful ways to receive messages from your own consciousness. And sometimes we can have visitations in dreams too by loved ones. One thing that's important with dreams is that they don't follow this kind of reality that we're in our waking state. So things can be very symbolic, and we don't always understand why things appear the way they do or feel the way they do. And so try to approach it with like a really open mind, like a really like out of the box kind of way too. But if you're wanting to build your intuition, I would say you're already doing it because you're having the dreams and the flashes. So like your intuition is already going online. And you can just continue to let that unfold by being open to it and by being curious as well. Sitting in the power, meditating is a great way to learn to start to feel your own power, your own energy, and going back to the clearing of the space. At the same time, when I have my students sit in the power, it's like expand your light from the inside out and fill up your space with love. So that's going to clear your space, but it's also going to get you in touch with your space around you, like your auric field and your energy. And that helps you be this kind of like receptive nerve ending. And then spirit can come in and touch that awareness and touch that perception a little bit easier, so you can get more of the clairvoyant images, more of the claircognizant sounds. Clairaudient sounds and the claircognizant downloads, right? As well as the feeling too. Really move into feeling, feel into your own body, feel into your own self, because you are an energetic being too. So I hope that's helpful.
Yeah, I hope so too. When you're getting a lot of intense dreams or flashes or occurrences, I think it's important to ground the energy, because what happens is a lot of times we get things subtly and then we don't know they're happening. We're like, I wish, spirit was talking to me. I wish I was getting signs. It's not happening to me. And so when we get overburdened, like the spirit world is saying, yes, it's happening to you. Like we're trying to work with you, and we just don't know what to do. So like, it's very important to journal during that time. It's very important to write down what you're getting when you wake up and dream, because when you aren't so lit up, you can go back to your writings, and your mind actually has a chance to go, oh my God, this is real. And so now I know I can do it. And so now I know when I want to do it again, or work with spirit, I know it is real. And so I'm going to continue on the path now. So yeah, they are messages definitely for you, and also messages learning about what's going on with life around you, so you can have compassion for people and know we're all connected. So yeah, definitely that's
Yeah.
a cool thing.
And the signs are everywhere, so much more than we realize. I've gotten pretty out there at certain times during my own awakening, and like was, very aware of how connected everything was. It was kind of like going up into the quantum field, and I was just like, oh my goodness, it's like they're everywhere, but we only perceive some of it. But the more you go down this path, it's a rabbit hole that you never get to come back at the other end. But the more you go down that path, the more you become aware, and the more signs and secrecies keep showing up for you too. But it's a beautiful journey. So you're here, Rhoda. Keep going.
That's right. Keep going. Everyone keep going. So hello, more people are coming in. Hello. We're going to go into readings now.
Yeah.
Hello, Jessie Cat. Hello, Roseanne.
Hi.
Maxine, Christine. Hello, Jess.
That's okay. We started a little late too, so it's all good if you so we were getting our tech working, so it's all good. We're happy you're here.
That's right. That's right. So do you feel drawn to anyone, Jennifer? We're gonna open this. Do you want to break out that new deck? Do you want to break it? Like, yeah, like it's in your hand. So just like
I know. If you guys could let us know who's open to, it kind of gives us your permission to read for you too. That would be helpful. And let's see. Let me see who I feel drawn to. Okay. How about Jess? Because she said she would love a card, and I've got my cards out. So let's work with Jess.
Just
Okay.
Walton. Just Walton.
Yeah.
Are you?
Uh-huh.
Okay.
Uh-huh.
There's like
Yeah. Jess
okay.
Walton. Yes, love. So this is the dragonfly spirit. So I'm just going to hold that up. I hope you can see that. There's the dragonfly spirit. Isn't that pretty? And it says change, and it's number 12. So I'm just going to hold that up again for you too. It's really, really lovely. So you would understand, and as I see this beautiful waterfall in the background, that you are working through shifts right now. You are working through change right now. And this is bringing a bit of a cascade of an emotional experience with that change. But the dragonfly is a beautiful symbol of transformation with its iridescent colors. And I just feel like if you can tune into the iridescent colors with that too, you'll feel like the sparkleness of your nature, which is really quite beautiful. It feels to me like you have experienced a whole lot of like rebirths throughout the year. Would you understand that, Jess? Big time. Yeah. It's been like one rebirth after another after another. So just when you start to get used to your new skin, off that goes and the next one comes in for you too. And it's like the wings keep changing and it's like butterfly, caterpillar, butterfly, caterpillar. But it's really beautiful. So I won't be surprised if the dragonflies literally start showing up for you in your physical reality when you're outdoors for you too, or, you know, in a book or something like that, when you see a picture too, because it's coming to let you know that, that you are working through all of this change in such a beautiful and graceful way. I can tell that you've been working really hard on trying to stay grounded within yourself, because I can feel that kind of central channel of you is really trying hard to be here and be connected and you know, keep your like shoulders kind of straight and broad about you too. So it's lovely to see, because I can tell like you've been doing so much work. You've been like working so hard on being the best version of yourself. So I just feel like I want to give you some applause with that too. I feel this beautiful like kind of sky blue, but it's a little bit periwinkle that's coming in for you too. So it's got some hints of lavender, of that color coming in, bringing like some softness and some peace and feelings of spiritual tranquility for you as well. So I feel like that's quite lovely. And I feel like I want to give you like purple hyacinths too as a flower. That would be symbolic of spiritual growth for you as well. And then I want to give you the number 833. I don't know what it means, Jess, but just hold on to that. It could be 8 and 33 or 83 and 3, but just hold on to the 8 and the 3 and the 3. But I get those numbers for you. And I feel a shout out from a grandmother in spirit world who loves you very dearly. And it will take me a little while to go into a full reading with her, but I can feel like the two of you have things in common. There's very much of a soul link between the two of you. So I just feel like she's just popping in to give you a little bit of a shout out, a wink, a hug, a smile, a kiss. And she's kind of saying like, you are a beautiful leader within the family, of like representing the family. And she's very, very proud of this too. So I do feel like her and the dragonfly kind of coming together to bring you this loving connection. And now you can breathe because you've done such a great job. So it's a beautiful sigh breath that I have for you too. So well done. Great job. Lots of inner work. So nice to have that validated. So well done, Jess. Thank you. I'll leave you with that and hand it over to you, Kelly.
Okay. I think I'm gonna go to Elizabeth Jones. Elizabeth Jones. Okay. That was beautiful. That was beautiful. All right. So I'm just kind of like opening up the energy and getting into it. So something that comes up like right away is the energy of kind of like pushing yourself too much. The energy of kind of how we have these thoughts and ideas, and yet there isn't the flow to have them. Um, and it's okay. Like, things need time. Things need time, and everything has a place. And sometimes there's pressure on that timeline. But I just feel like there's a lot of things that are not ready to have happen yet. And so there are. You say hi, and you say yes. So it's really a matter of a lot of healing and restoration first, and it's almost like I need to just sit back, whether like energetically, like in the waters where I heal, or actually in a place where I'm in a pool or hitting back, swimming and just like allowing myself to float, feel free. But there needs to be a lot of different energy to have the things that you want to have, and also to do some of the things that you want to do with people. Like, I even feel like, so I'm going into like friendship too as well, or even opportunities with other people. I don't know exactly what that is, but like that, the feeling of opportunities with other people are coming on in, and you've told people, yes, yes, I want to do this. That sounds great. Let's do it. But then you can't do those things. And it's almost like then you start avoiding that. And so there has to be like this authenticity back into your body of what you can handle and what you truly want. And it's just a matter of allowing yourself to say no to yourself. You're like, this is too much, or no to other people, and going, okay, I'm getting back to what I really want, what I really want. And you said yes, always. And you said, yes, I understand. So it's not bad that you want and acknowledge the cool, like the coolness of the ideas that are kind of coming at you. It's not bad to try to encourage people, like, yeah, that's cool, yeah, I'd like to do that. It's just, it's detrimental to you that if your energy doesn't know where to put itself into, and also if your vibration is saying yes but really you mean no, you're mixing up your body. You're mixing up your body. So untangle your body, and be really clear with your yeses and nos, not just on the sane level, but on the soul level, and put stock into the stuff that you really want. And don't push yourself. Don't push yourself. Be gentle and give yourself a pat on the back with the real stuff that's manifesting. So that's coming in, because uh, the pushing yourself is like, you want the things you want, you're not getting them, and so then you're really, really hard on yourself. And so just continue to redefine that. And I feel like it's important for the women and children around you to see you as a role model, because a lot of people like look up to you and you're influential to them. A lot of people watch you, like you're almost like you have like, how can I put this? I don't know if you consider yourself a matriarch, but in some circles or with some people, like within the family, you are truly a matriarch. So understand your power and start getting very deliberate with what you're trying to create and what you want. And the people around you, especially the young people, will be like, wow, that's pretty impressive, or wow, like I want to be like you, grandma, or I really like what you're doing, and it's going to validate you in so many different ways. And you say, yes, thank you, yes they do. So that's my advice to you. That's my advice to you. I don't know why I'm saying advice, but that's what comes in. Okay. um so much love, and they like send you a ruby, and usually when I get rubies, it's just about like being stronger in the things that we want to create and knowing we have that within us. So I'm going to hand it over to Jennifer.
That's beautiful. Thank you. That was lovely. Is T. Lynn still here? You were saying you were open. And if you could just check in with me and let me know if you're still here, T. Lynn. I was feeling drawn to you. Oh, Sheila's here. Hi, Sheila. But that's who I was feeling drawn to. Okay.
Lynn,
So,
in
and
the house.
she said she was open as well to a message also. So, There she is.
Well,
Are
no,
you
no.
still here? Yeah, she's here. Okay. So beautiful. So I have the hummingbird spirit for you, love, and it's joy. And oh my goodness, let me see. I want to make sure I give you the number 22. So you
And then
have
she
the
said,
hummingbird spirit. Hi, Teresa. Okay, so the card I have for you, love, is the hummingbird spirit. It's number 22, and the word that's underneath it is joy. And it's interesting because I love this like pinky red fuchsia kind of color. It's very transformative. It's kind of like what I want to say is like, because I was getting a lot of red color for you before as I saw you over in the comments there. And so it's like there's a lot of passion that's been being birthed within you, like a lot of creative force and potential that's being birthed. And you're trying to combine that with your love and heart centeredness. And we need that balance to be these truly creative, empowered beings here, and to be able to really manifest. It's the two coming together that's so important, right? And so it feels like you've been really actively trying to create this joy. Would you understand this, Teresa, of wanting to feel it, wanting to pursue it, like wanting to connect with it? Because it feels like there's a part of your spirit, part of your soul that is like, I know there's more, like, I know this is available to me. And what I am seeing show up, like, I know there's more. I know it doesn't always have to be that way. Would you understand that? So let me know if this is making sense for you, because it's what I've picking up for you too. And you associate it with your mother and your best friend in spirit. Oh, God bless you. That's so beautiful too. And so this can be a wink from them as well, and their heart centeredness as well. But very transformative. And the hummingbirds go in the figure 8 symbol and the infinity symbol, the way that they fly, which is eternal, infinite love and oneness and connection. So that can be them reminding you that they're always here with you, which is really, really important. So that cultivation of joy and that bliss within you, it's the pink and it's the red, and they come in together, and then you're just like this force of nature, right? And it's like, I feel like I also want to say that you have permission to be happy, to feel that joy, and to spread that sparkle around to others, because they need it. So even if sometimes we feel like, do we deserve, or should we even feel happy if things around us and people are sad, or there's circumstances around us that aren't good, and almost like we feel like it feels wrong. But that's just a shift in perception for you too. And so by having that smile and that eye contact with the people around you, spreading your love and your groundedness, they feel peacefulness, and then you change their frequency and vibration, and then they have a better day, and then they spread that better day to other people, kind of like the butterfly effect. So you meditate and trying to understand and embrace it. So I'm glad this is resonating with you. There's a song by King for Country. It's a more of a spiritual religious band, but it's called Joy, and it talks about letting it move you. It's got a nice intensity to it. And I feel like maybe if you have a listen to that song, it would really help to like get that flow going, and you can really tune in and feel it in your body, because your body is part of your energetic system. And so when you tune into that sensation, you can ride that wave. And remember, our body is giving us sensation. We judge it sometimes as good and bad, but sensation is sensation. It's your body kind of getting excited just about living. So we can turn what we feel sometimes are like nervousness, and we can turn it into like the joy of living as well. So I hope that's helpful for you too. You've got visions, astral travel, signs from spirit on the verge of all this opening to you. I'm so happy for you. That's so beautiful. So it's just going to get better from here. So well done, Teresa. Thank you for allowing me to give you a message today. Thank you. So I'll hand it back over to you, Kelly.
Thank you. Thank you. I'm going to go to Susie. And Susie, she says, I lost my husband 3 months ago. I would love a message from him or confirmation that I'm doing him proud and doing what he wanted, please. Okay, so I'm going to see what I can get. And I'll just be, we'll see if we can get them or not. But I am getting like thoughts and impressions. I don't know if they're from you or they're from him. So you can just let me know as I'm connecting, Susie. But I see that, there's like this blanket around you and you've been really like, you know, coping as much as you can. And his energy is very much around you. I see this pink blanket. So either he wants to wrap you in love or you have a pink blanket actually where you've been wrapping and soothing yourself. But it's interesting because there was these like sounds all around me that started picking up where either he is or he has like with your phone, he's played with your phone where your phone has gone off and rung, or it started to like catch your attention with like these dings, and it leads you to like a message connected to him. So I feel like he's been grabbing your attention with manipulating your phone, if you can understand that. And let me know if you're here. I'm just making sure you're here. So I'm just making sure I get it out. So Susie, let me know if you're here. Let me know if you're currently here. I'm just making sure you're here. Okay, you say you're here. Okay. And so I feel like there's just so much that needs to be processed. There's so much that needs to be processed, and yet there's like all this stuff going on around you. So when I'm in your energy more than your husband's energy right now. And I feel like this mixture of being overwhelmed, and yet I'm not doing much. And it's kind of like sometimes you need to be in that place where nothing is happening because you have so many people willing to reach out and talk to you that they will be there when you're ready. And so I feel like it feels overwhelming, but it's almost like you need some time just to process things. That comes in. There's a connection to knitting that's really interesting. I feel like that is from the other side. So there's someone from the other side encouraging you to knit and to use it as cathartic, to use it as healing. There's a symbol like of a dove that comes in, and I feel like this is connected to your husband. So I don't know if there's ever connection to releasing doves with him. But there's this like kindness and sweet spirit. And let me know if you can understand this, Susie. The comments are.
She understands the blanket. Yeah, she understands the blanket.
Okay, I didn't even see that before. Thank you.
Yeah.
She understands the blanket. It's not pink, but I sleep with it every night. And then she's like, I feel so alone. And so like I have this mixture of like there's all these like people in spirit reaching out to you even though you're in a place of and alone, and it's almost like the spirit world is saying you need to just feel and to feel our presence. So it's almost like the time for just a little bit is not to focus on the outside world, and that's overwhelming anyway, but it's to focus on you and to feel him and to feel like it's like your grandma wants to come in and to encourage you. I feel like there's an aunt in the spirit world that wants to come in and encourage you. There's like a little dog, and I feel that could be living, but like I'm just I'm feeling all these love beings that are trying to encourage you, but it's more of a spiritual thing than I need to go out and talk to people or someone has to check on me physically. And I feel, again, I keep feeling like, okay, like with your husband, he has this. Let me just make sure I'm reading this right. I play his playlist on my phone all the time. Knitting would be my nana. You don't understand the doves. With your husband, with the doves, like I said, there. So if you can't understand releasing doves with him, whether it was your wedding or whether it was connected to his services, a dove symbol is usually a sign also, as well as someone who's left the spirit world, but also a gentle soul. So if you can understand that your husband was gentle and he had the softness and a sensitivity to him, because I feel like he's coming around again with this softness and sensitivity and trying to encourage you to know that he's still here and to feel you around. And I feel like music, like with connected to him, like there's this piano music, so like instrumental music. Your husband was a fan of many different types of music, but he also had there's an eclecticness, but he also had an appreciation for like soft, like orchestra music. Okay, so if you can understand, there's this soft gentleness where he just keeps trying to like reach out to you and know that you're cared for and know that you are provided for. And I feel like he was the type of man who wanted to make sure that you were provided for and taken care of. And so there's other people within the family who actually are trying to reach out to try to do that. And he's trying to get you to be calm and to know that these things are in effect. You say, the most gentle person I've ever known. Music was his thing. I play classical music all the time to stop thinking. Okay. He's encouraging that. And he's encouraging you to, when you get a chance. And Jennifer, if you're picking anything up, you just let me know. But he's encouraging you to like just walk outside and feel the sun on your face. And there's like some type of balcony, I feel like, where you can just kind of walk out like in your robe and feel the sun on your face. And he's just saying it's the little things. And it's like, I want you to feel like I'm there with you in every single moment, helping you to encourage to feel the little things and helping you to encourage living life, because I haven't gone anywhere, but it's very different. I understand, but I can still be with you in everything. And I'm definitely going to be here a lot, holding your hand as we are readjusting. And so it's just like, I feel like there's just this gentle, like, I need you to know, like, I have you taken care of. I need you to know that I'm with you, and I need you to feel me so you can know that too. And you can start healing and having a different relationship with me. Yeah. That's just keeping on coming in. There's the 4-leaf, before I kind of let it go for a second, there's the 4-leaf clover. So there is acknowledgement. And I feel like this is coming from him. I don't have the strongest connection to him. I'm just really honest if I'm not getting a strong link. So I'm getting like aspects between you and him. They're kind of pinging. And I get the 4-leaf clover, and that's attached to Irish family on the other side, having your support. But I feel like there's a connection on the Irish side, letting you know we're here for you. We have support for you. We have support for you. So I feel like his family was very supportive of him, and I feel like your family was like, you both had good families to support you. And so you have people in droves when you're ready on the spirit side of things, and also friends and family here when you're ready. But like, have this time truly between you and your husband, through the music, through the quiet, to reconnect with him. And I know that feels really scary because it feels dark and alone right now, but spirit world is saying for me to you, like, this is the time to reconnect with your husband and feel his essence. There's a reason it's so quiet right now. Walk into that space of beauty and reconnection, and have that help you then reconnect with the outside world when you're ready. And that's what's coming through.
Yeah. I just got a couple little things, if it's okay to add. Yeah, so Susie, it was just a couple little bits that came in too. I saw a lot of white hearts, which really go with the white dove. So trying to bring you some peace and calm with that too, that I was picking up for you. I also was picking up on the classical music, and I'm not sure if you're familiar. There's a song that I was getting. It's called Experience, and it's by Einaudi, Einaudi, or something close to that. It's a little bit got some intensity to it, but that's the song that was coming into my awareness. So perhaps you know it or could play it, and maybe it would help connect you to him too. And the last thing is really, and this is for you and anybody else who has lost a spouse or a deep love of theirs to spirit world, is that you can feel them with you. It may take some time to cultivate that and just be open to it, because it's a different experience. But you can feel him hugging you. You can feel him kissing you. You can feel romantic, intimate connection with them from spirit world. It just feels differently because it's not physical, but it's more of an energetic thing. And then you can feel the emotions of their love with you too. So, but just like Kelly was saying, you need to come into a little bit of the stillness to help have that experience. So generally, it's like when you're, getting ready to go to bed, or just waking up, that they can come in and, and give you that connection like that too. But I wanted to let you know that, so you have something to kind of look forward to, that you can still feel his presence with you. You can still feel his love in that way. And it's quite amazing the way, they can transcend the two worlds, so that you're still together. But it's a beautiful heart connection. And you really can't do it wrong. Ultimately, especially when it comes to our spouses, Susie, is they just want you to be happy and live your best life. Choose to live and make the most out of it, because he's living with you, vicariously with you, holding your hand. So every bit of joy you experience, he's feeling that joy with you. And every tear you cry, he's crying with you. And so it's together you continue to live together. So I hope that's helpful for you. And I all my love, and I'm so sorry for your loss.
Yeah, our hearts go out to you, Susie. And I really do feel like the phone is going to continue to play in with how he's grabbing your attention. Like, it's a ringtone thing. I'm putting it out there, okay? I'm putting it out there.
Oh, they can do amazing things to get our attention. They can move things, hide things, numbers, sounds, your phone, especially with the electronic. They can do all kinds of things. So it's amazing. But I feel like you lit a candle for him. Would that be right, Susie? You lit a candle, or people lit a candle for him in his honor? Because I was just becoming aware of that just now too. And there is something with the light, when you see the light flickering through the windows. There's something there, because you move into that space, and then it's like, oh, there he is. He's right there too. And I feel like he wore hats sometimes as well. That's how I'm feeling into him. So, but the love will always be there. I promise. It doesn't go away.
Yeah. The love is always there. He's oh, look at that. She says, yes, I do. I light a candle every night.
Okay. So you see,
beautiful.
he knows.
Jennifer. We give you so much love, Susie, and my goodness, we started a little late, and forgive me. I have to, bring the show to a close. I wish we could keep going, but I will be on for the numerology hour. For people who are on Find Me a Medium, the broadcast in a week's time, a week and a half's time, kind of from now. And then Jennifer and I will be coming together on Friday doing readings on her show Embracing Infinity. And so that's at 1 p.m. this week if you want to continue to hear from us. We're going to be on some different destinations.
11. It'll be on 11. Embracing Infinity is 11 a.m. Pacific. And then you've got Miguel, at 1. So you've got a twofer on Friday. So you're with me at 11 a.m. Pacific, and you're with Miguel Gonzalez at 1 p.m. Pacific. Is that right?
Yes. So you and I are on this Friday, 11 a.m. Pacific Standard Time. My goodness. Thank you for getting my head back in order. And we'll be on Embracing Infinity doing readings and talking too as well. And that will be on Jennifer's page and my page in Sacred Spiral. So go check her out, Jennifer Rose, on her platforms. But we'll be back soon. Thank you, everybody, so much.
Thank you.
We will see you in just a little bit.
Bye, everybody.
Go with love, light, luck, and don't forget to live, everybody. Bye.
Bye.